Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful Sunday afternoon or morning. Again, another week of NFL football, which I'm excited about, but the Dolphins aren't doing too well. But yeah, today's actually going to be not on Windstorm Aubrey, which is actually gone. We're not going to be talking about specific little things. We're just going to be doing another U.S. forecast. Until basically, we're going to be doing a forecast for October until October's ended and all that. So we're gonna be doing a cold front forecast. We're gonna be temperatures. We're gonna be seeing how cold it's gonna be and all that. So that's basically gonna be looking at. So if you guys want to know what the rest of October is gonna look like, if you have to cancel any plans or anything, that's what we're gonna be covering in this video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot when you support the channel. Also, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and also be sure to put a question in the comments if you have any questions that you want answered or anything. I'll try my best to answer them. Without further ado, let's get in this video. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service, and there's actually not a lot of action with the National Weather Service. It actually was a good amount, like sorry, there was a good amount of action yesterday and 2 days ago, but honestly not that much right now. We do actually have some, let me get this out so you guys can see the colors. We do have some coastal flood warnings in effect for the areas near Jacksonville. We also have lakeshore flood warnings in those areas near the Jacksonville area, so we're going to have a lot of rain. We also have severe weather watches. We have a beach hazard statement. That's what it is. Beach hazard statement off the coast near the areas of near Palm Bay, and that's where we would have a couple of thunderstorms possible that could bring in some lakeshore, some beach hazards and all that. That's why we need to keep up with this. We also do have some flood warnings in effect for areas actually near the Michigan area, because again, we are having a lot of rain from Winter Storm Aubrey, and it is bringing tons of rain. It's also bringing a lot of rain for the southeast. That's going to be something we're going to be talking about. Again, we haven't had rain in these areas in actually a very, very long time. So Aubrey is going to bring in some flood warnings near the Fargo area, near the a border of Michigan, Minnesota and North Dakota. We also do have some coastal flood advisories in effect for the areas off near Virginia Beach, and we do have frost advisories north of San Francisco off the west coast there, and we do have red flag warnings, so watch out for maybe some winds out there, and fire weather watches out here for Colorado and Colorado and Wyoming. So you're definitely gonna be watched out for maybe another forest fire, or wildfire. So now we're going to be looking at the European radar. Again, European tends to be a couple hours behind. So this is basically what we're seeing right now. Again, it is Sunday today. We are having Windstorm Aubrey continuing to bring light snow showers, but it actually is coming to an end by tomorrow. Won't be basically yesterday was the last day. And again, as you can tell, it is bringing some snow showers near Fargo. It also is bringing some snow near the Duluth, Minnesota area. Again, it is bringing rain for the southeast and for Michigan and Wisconsin. That's why we do have those flood warnings out there, which or flood watches and flood warnings that will bring in some rain. By Monday, we actually will have this rain continue for the areas of the southeast. It actually brings some very heavy rain for the areas just off the coast of the northeast, and also some heavy rain for the areas in the south central. We'll have a couple rain showers out there for the northern mid of Michigan. As we go the next 72 hours, by Tuesday, not a lot of action with snowfall or anything. We will have a couple snow showers coming out back into northern North Dakota. Again, we're still going to have actually a lot of rain in these areas in the south, and it's going to be nice, but I don't think we want 3 days of rain. Again, a day is good, but I don't think people want 3 days of straight rain. That will actually bring in a lot of flooding issues. By Wednesday, that's when we can have the most amount of rain in the southeast that we've seen in a while. We're going to have incredibly heavy rain for areas in Georgia and South Carolina, stretching all the way from the Dallas area. Again, we have a low pressure system off Canada near Alberta, south of Alberta. It'll be right here, and that is going to bring in some low pressure systems that will bring in some more rain for areas off Michigan and Wisconsin. And then by actually later Wednesday and Thursday, we have a huge rain system for the northeast that will bring incredibly heavy rain and then we'll start to see some light rain coming in for the Seattle and Portland area. It will be light. We'll have some snow out there in British Columbia in the mountains that could actually come in into the United States for Idaho, Montana, even Oregon by Saturday. Again, that will also bring some more rain for the areas in the Midwest. Again, once you get this rain, you're going to be seeing it basically is you're gonna see you haven't seen rain in a couple of weeks, then you finally get rain, and then the rain actually never ends, so it gets tiring no matter what. We're looking like we have another major snowstorm to the west, for Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, even New Mexico and Arizona could actually have a lot of snow by maybe early next week, and then that could actually bring in a huge rainstorm that could impact a lot of the United States by next week. Now we're going to be looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook. I don't really want to look at the 6 to 10 day outlook because it actually is not much different than the 8 to 14 day outlook, and I do not want to make this video extremely long because some of these videos become very long, up to like 17 to 18 minutes when they don't have to. But again, we're also going to be looking at the temperature anomaly next, so there's not really much to really do to the same thing. So now we'll be looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook. So again, as you can tell, we are going to have a cold air coming in through the west. That's where we could have some cold fronts that come in, and we'll start to see a bit of a warm up out there for the east. Again, this is October 20th to October 26th, and then we'll see a little bit of warm air out there in the west. So it looks like we could have a ridge forming off this. So we will have this cold air in the east start to end just a little bit. But again, we will have another cold blast because by I think by Thursday all the way to Saturday, I'm seeing lows in the mid 40s, which is actually not our average. It's actually decently cold at this time of the year. We don't usually see 40s until after really the after mid-October, and that's not really the time of the year yet. Again, we are seeing up to 2 to 5 degrees below average for areas for Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, and actually all the way to near Oregon. And yeah, so that's where we will be seeing possibly potential to have a more snow. And then just off the west coast, we'll have slightly above average temperatures ranging from 2 to 3 degrees above average. And then, of course, the east coast all the way from Florida to Maine will have possibly up to 5 degrees above average or more. So that's what we have to watch out for. And the GFS model actually just reloaded. I had to make this video a bit later because it's taking super long. But basically, we have the Europeans all the way, so we don't have to worry about not getting all the information we need to know. But as you can tell, we are going to be seeing some more cold air coming in through the areas in the Midwest that are continuing to bring in that actually will be causing Windstorm Aubrey to actually continue a couple more additional hours. That is why Aubrey's lasted so long, especially with a small storm in October don't last that long. And then we'll have very cold temperatures out here for Louisiana, and then we'll have again the above average temperatures still for the East Coast. We'll have some average for my area, and then we'll have on and off temperatures out there for the West. So for the West, it will be above average and below average for maybe some of the parts of the same day. As we go into Thursday, though, that's where we'll see this warm air continuing to strengthen by the west. So we'll have a pattern change, a switch. So we'll have that warm air from the east go here, and then cold air from the west switch. So that will actually bring in a break. Like I said, by Thursday, I'm going to see some 40s. So again, that is where we have that cold air coming in through all the way to Georgia to North Dakota. And then these areas off right on the coast will have above average temperatures. So, and then we'll have also the west coast seeing below average. So it's that one little area in the west that's surrounded by cold air. As we go by Friday, the cold air deepens into the south, so all the way to Florida, Louisiana, West Virginia. All these areas will be seeing about 6 to 8 degrees below average. And then this warm air that was in the west moves eastward, which you know what that means. We've seen this pattern many times where that means the cold air comes out. Let's see if I'm actually correct, because this is new, so we'll see. So yeah, you see the cold air goes out into the Atlantic now, and that means the little coastal areas will see below average, while many areas in the plains or the Midwest and Southeast will be seeing below, above, and then the West will be seen below. So again, we've seen this happen too many times to actually memorize exactly usually what happens. And then that brings in incredibly warm temperatures for areas out here into the Midwest and East. So this is October 21st. So hopefully we can get this warm front over by before Halloween, which looked like it does happen. And by October 24th, the cold air comes back. So basically, what happens is when it's cold in the east, it's warm in the west, and then we have a pattern. The warm air always moves east, and then once the warm air finishes off moving all the way east, we have another cold front. And this happens over and over and over again. That's what we're basically seeing. So by October 25th, the warm air gets a bit more widespread. So you can tell we are seeing the same pattern: cold air, warm air, then cold air, then warm air. So it's getting awfully close to Halloween. So we need to wait and see if the East gets a cold or a warm Halloween, or if the West gets a cold or a warm Halloween. I really want to have a cold Halloween because last year's Halloween wasn't that really that cold like the past years. By the next 24 hours, again, the European, we do have some cold air out there in the Midwest, up to 11 degrees below average. And again, we have the warmer air looking a bit more widespread according to the European. By all the way to Thursday, again, that's when we have that cold air into the east. That's why I'm going to be seeing some 40s, but it's a bit more to the north. So areas in Kentucky and Indiana and Virginia, you guys would be seeing around 8 degrees of below average. Again, usually the European tends to put these cold fronts going just north of me than when the GFS shows it actually affecting me. And then again, that's where we have that warm air right behind it, and then the cold air. This cold air will eventually cover the west once this warm air moves. So basically, that's what we're seeing. Again, like I said, the pattern. And if the Europeans agree with the GFS, this warm air, again, will affect the East Coast now, actually much of the United States now. And then again, we have that second cold front that replaces this. Again, it comes right here, and then the warm front comes in. So basically, it's warm, or it's cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm. And then again, this is October 23rd. So this is the big one that we need to hope that goes over soon. And then this one goes over the east, or goes over most of the country out there before Halloween. So I'm hoping all you guys see a below average temperature unless you want warm. But again, it's honestly very hard. We need to wait maybe another week to see what it shows for Halloween. But based on this, it's really looking like, based on what this thing does, if this moves awfully fast, that means maybe the East Coast will be seeing a above average, and that means many areas right here could see maybe a below average. But just wait and see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye guys.